Got a couple emails asking why and what are we doing. Welcome to Tigner Adventures. Today, we're going to give you a little bit more information about what we are doing with our channel. Now, Ninette's off playing pickleball this morning, and so I thought I'd just record a little video here to kind of explain a few things, because we've got a few emails asking, what are we planning as far as our channel's concerned, and why are we doing what we're doing. So when it comes to that particular subject, our channel. So anyway, I wanted to just explain a couple things. First of all, as far as what we're doing with our channel, we have been going now, we've got like 190 videos out, and so that's pretty nice, and we enjoy doing those videos and going back and watching those and things, and hopefully you are too, because our subscriber count keeps going up. But as that count goes up, then so does other things start happening. For example, we are contacted with affiliate information, we're contacted with options, to do things, and of course we make a ton of money on YouTube, because you've seen those ads that says, hey, I made $400,000 this year on YouTube. No. Or I just made $40,000 this week at Amazon. They never ever tell you the real story, and that is that every business has expenses, and what you really make as a business is what's left over after all those expenses. So if we look at last year, we've decided to make this a business, and that's kind of where a lot of people end up going to, because there's some things that kind of drive you that way. And first of all, it's income. Once you start receiving money, then you have to report that to the IRS. So that's one thing. And then if you're going to report the income to IRS, then you might as well report your expenses to the IRS, because that lowers your income. And so as it sits right now, sorry, I've got a glare on my glasses and I'm trying to not glare that out. But, as it sits right now, just kind of roughly figuring things and everything, last year we had an operating income of a negative $9,000. Now, we did a video not too long ago, I think it was last year actually, but on our budget and how much we get. We live on our Social Security, and that's all we have. And so people say, well, how do you do these things when you don't have a lot of money? Well, it all comes down to our budget, and we shared that budget with you, exactly how we budget everything out. Well, we have over the last few years built up $3,500 into our miscellaneous travel fund, and we also had about $2,000 in our emergency fund. Now, we're not talking any money in our retirement accounts or anything like that, because we don't touch any of that. A lot of it's not even worth touching, especially right now with the market the way it is. So we just live off our Social Security. Well, during last summer, going to the different events and things and doing all the things that we did do, we had some contributions that helped out as far as gas and things, and we still today have about $1,200 or $1,300 in our gas account, but our emergency fund account, it has like $5 left in it, and our miscellaneous travel fund has just over $500. So we used that money to finance the trip, basically. We had enough money to cover gas, because we still have money left over for gas. However, all the other little things that we did, adventures that we went on and things like that, and so we would like to get to the point where maybe that $9,000 isn't, we'd like to at least break even. The idea of a business is that you've got to start making income. So our goal isn't to make a lot of income, because of course we're retired, and we actually value that time and ventures more than actually making lots of money, but we do need to cover our expenses and things. So that's why I started talking about our affiliate page on our website last week. And so that's the why, that's the what we're doing, kind of where we're going. And then the why that I was covering the affiliate page is there's two things, right? There's the bringing in income to help with those expenses, but then other things that are on that are things that you guys are going to use. So let's take a look at that. And we've got this set up where on the left hand side here we have all our Amazon affiliate information. And this doesn't cost you anything to use any of these links. These are things that we actually physically use or that we've reviewed on our channel, but we put them here for you to have easy access to them. So as you go down through this list, you can see, I mean, we have a lot of different things there. And if you don't, if you want to just, since you're already shopping on Amazon, want to just use our general link here, you can just go out there and use our general link and we'll get a little bit there too. Now, when I say we get a little bit, I was looking at our income things. It's typically about 1 or 2% of the sale. Now, it doesn't cost you anything, and we make 1 or 2%. But, as people are using that, then that slowly just keeps adding up, and that's income that we have to report. So then if you look over here on our right side of our page, we have our affiliate partners. And I've gone in there and I have updated that to show you all the discounts that you get. Now, I'm not saying that you have to buy all these things. What I'm saying is these are the things we use and have found very helpful over the years, because we've now done full-timing for 5 years. We're starting our 6th year of full-time living in our motorhome. And so these are things that we use because they save us money and effort and things like that. So the very first one on here, of course, we've mentioned before, is our RV Trip Wizard. Now, if you decide that you like that, then hey, you can save 25% by using this link. So that's why it's on here. My goal is to figure out ways of saving you guys money if you're interested in doing the things. We get some for sure, but it's not about us. It's about how we can help you. And so if you can save 25%, then hey, why not? I mean, that's a pretty good deal. And so anyway, with RV Life, and that's RV Trip Wizard, you can save 25%. Some people say, well, when you're booking out your trips and things, you have 184 days booked out for this summer. It makes sense to use something like RV Trip Wizard. Well, we are getting ready to head to Phoenix, which is only a 4-day trip. And if you look here, I already have it mapped out in RV Trip Wizard because I can just jump in the rig, hit a button on my iPhone or iPad or whatever, and I can say, take me to these different destinations. And I've got my gas in here. We're staying at a few different Boondocker welcome sites. We're going to be heading out over back to Quartzsite. So you can see that just even a small little trip, I've taken all the worry out of it. I've already looked at the gas prices that are in that area, and I've come up with some options for gas ahead of time, so I don't have to think about it on the fly. So the next thing that's a very nice companion, I think, is Mountain Directory. We use this quite often, and the reason we do this is because when we were up in, let's see, it's not Yellowstone, it's right next to it, Teton National Park there. We stayed outside of the the big park there. Just lost it. That's how it works when you get older. But anyway, we were at Teton and we decided to go over to Rexburg, Idaho. Well, instead of going around through the park, which I thought would be a little steeper, terrain and things and harder to get around in, I decided to go from, Jackson Hole over to Rexburg over Teton Pass. Now, if any of you have ever done that pass, right at the bottom, warning, it's a 10% grade forever. And so we stopped and took our car off. We ended up going up that grade at 5 miles an hour, all the way up over the top. It was just so steep and long. It's not the steepness that's the issue as much as the length of it. The longer it gets, it's the harder and harder on the rig to keep going. And I just put it in low gear, and that may have been some of the problem too, is I just manually shifted it down and then just went 5 miles an hour all the way up the hill and over. So after that, we got this Mountain Directory because then it gives us a clearer view. I mean, RV Trip Wizard uses their little gradient map to say these are red spots you need to worry about. And at the time, that didn't work very well. So it didn't show red to go over that. It showed a light gray. It was like 2%. So that's kind of what I thought I was getting myself into at the time. This is a couple years ago. They've now fixed that. So, but I've also got this now. So they work good as a companion. So that's why that's on there. And it's very cheap. It's only like $25 for that software. And then you can look at it anytime you want and just check out the places you're going. The other thing here is Boondockers Welcome and Harvest Toast. Right now they have 30% discount. This only goes for a few more days. So this will change on the website once that special goes away. but right now it's 30% off. So if you are interested in doing those things, then why not save 30%? I mean, that's why it's on there, you know. And so that's why that's there. Passport America, you can get 3 months for free. We use that from time to time. It's not a, I mean, the nice thing about Passport America is that they're all over the place, but you know, all over the countryside and things like that, but not necessarily always by where you're going to be, or they may have some restrictions so you can't always use them. But you know, compared to like Thousand Trails when we reviewed it, and Thousand Trails is in a very specific area, we don't travel in that specific area. So Passport America has been, you know, very, I mean, we used it last year, and even if you just use it one time, you've paid for the membership. So anytime after that, it's even better. The next one is Road Trippers Plus. Now, Road Trippers is part of To Go RV. Now, that's a suite just like RV Life. And they actually have within Road Trippers, they have Campinium, Our Village. Our Village is just like Facebook. It's a Facebook for RVers. So it's really nice to have that there. And Campinium we use all the time trying to look up different places that we're going to stay. And Road Trippers does have some mapping software that allows you to map your trip, but it's really geared towards cars. It doesn't take into account anything with an RV. And so, I mean, I've mapped out some things just testing it, and it's like, okay, yeah, there's no way we're gonna take that route, or we can go, you know, it's like taking you through the neighborhoods like your Apple map does sometimes, you know. Whatever the shortest cut is, that's the way it's going, and that's how Road Trippers is. But one of the things we love about Road Trippers is it has a lot of things about that are available to you. You know, I mean, adventure things, you know, quirky things to look at and stuff like that. So that's the reason we have that membership. It's very inexpensive. I think it's the same price. They're both about $59 or something like that. But here you can actually get $5 off. That's what it is with the coupon code. So, you know, you save a little bit, and that's the whole goal there. YNAB budgeting software, we are completely out of debt. We have no debt, all right? We live on a budget, period. And if you look back at this video, that's the video that we actually explained all of our finances. Now, we live just on our Social Security, and the amount that we have per month, it's actually going to be changing because, hey, Ninette is going to start collecting Social Security this next, in about a week or so. So we're going to do a new budget at that time. But for the time being, you know, since we did that last budget, that's still pretty much where we've been. So, but some things have changed in the last month that are really impacting us. And so we're going to bring that to light when we do our next one. But YNAB is just such an easy way for us to track all of our expenses and the money coming in and things like that. Even for the business, we use it for that too. So it works out really well. Upside app, you hear a lot of people talking about this. Here, if you use this code, you get a $5 bonus on your first purchase. Upside will give you different discounts also, like on gas and things. So you can just say, yeah, I want to, you know, where's the cheapest ones? Oh, hey, here's a good rate, and I'm going to get cash back into my account. And that's what that's all about. And Gas Buddy is the same way. You can use this code, and that saves money on gas too. That allows us, we use Gas Buddy a lot to search out the areas because we get at least a 3-cent discount using Gas Buddy, but a lot of times they have these deals and you get 20-30% or cents, 20 or 30 cents off per gallon. We've done that several times as we've traveled around the country. Now, something that's not listed here when we're talking gas is Kroger, for example. There's a lot of different things you can do. Some people like Costco a lot. We like Kroger because we can buy groceries and we get so much off per gallon. So there are a lot of ways to save gas. The thing you got to be careful of with these different programs is, for example, like Costco and Sam's Club and things like that, unless you can get some deal and use them for other things, all you're doing is prepaying for your gas. And Gas Buddy has an option where you can pay money and you can have more off per gallon. And if you're using it quite extensively, that might save you a little bit, but you got to remember you're prepaying for the gas. So if you don't actually use all that gas and do those things, then you're actually in the hole for the month. So so we don't pay for those memberships. We just use them. All right, we just use them for information, and in the long run we come out. I mean, if you look at Costco being at least 60 or so, I can't remember how much that is now, but you have to buy a lot of gas if that's all you're buying at Costco. is gas, then it takes a lot of gas to even use up that $60. And so these other things like Upside app, you don't have to even buy anything really. You just, and Gas Buddy, you just use these and you get the discounts. So that's what's cool about those. So also we have Gas Buddy listed there. So these particular affiliate things that we just have listed here, the reason they're there is because we've partnered with them. You're going to get something out of them, and that's the whole goal of our channels, to make things better for you. So if it's something you can use, great, because you're going to save money doing it. If it's not, and it's not working for you, or you don't like it or whatever, you got other things that work better, hey, no problem at all there. I mean, for example, the TSD, I think it is, card, if you're a diesel, that's an excellent program to belong to. But you know, Gas Buddy's going to give you a couple extra cents off there, but you know, not like the TSD or whatever can and things like that. So you know, there's different programs out there, and depending on your situations, you may choose to, you know, do something different, and that's fine. Now, the last thing here I just wanted to point out really quick is, you know, just becoming part of our team as we move forward with our channel. We have lots of things planned. We already have over 190 videos that we've created. Hopefully that's content that you enjoy watching. This just gives you the option to either contribute to something that you was of value to you, or you enjoy, or you can set it up so that it's a monthly contribution to help with our expenses as we search around for adventures and interesting things that we can share with you guys. We don't want you just giving us money because you're giving us money. You got to find something of value in our channel, and that's what we strive to do. We're always open to suggestions too. You know, if you go to Tigner's or send emails to tigners@tigneradventures.com, you know, send comments, tell us how we can better the channel, how, you know, what things that you look for, where we're going, you know, what things that, you know, can we stay at your place? Can we come and meet you? That's always really exciting. But maybe you know of things that's around your area that are, you don't want to miss. Those are things that you can just email to us. If you think that you want videos done on certain types of things, something that you're really interested in seeing also in wherever we're going, then that's what the email's for, you know. So we're here to try to give you something that makes it worth your time and effort of just watching, let alone any type of a contribution that you might give in that situation. So anyway, with that said, that's this whole idea of why and what we're going to be doing. We are excited to move forward, and it's going to be a great 2023. We're pretty excited about it. We're excited about our trip and everything, and so you know, we're just going to go with that, and we'll keep adapting as we go throughout the summer, of course. But we want you to be part of it. So come along with us. Let's have a lot of fun this year. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting us. We'll just plan on seeing you guys down the road somewhere, and hopefully it'll be on our next video, if not, you know, in person. So take care.